Hello everyone's, I'm Lady T 506. Welcome to my channel. Now I'm pretty sure by now everybody's heard of the devastation that Hurricane Harvey did to Texas and I believe some parts of Louisiana. But imagine not knowing what the rest of your city is going through because you can't get out of your neighborhood. Now I'm going to give y'all a timeline of the events that went down with me and my family leading up to Harvey. We've been hearing about Harvey all week. I had planned to go to the grocery store the Thursday before, but I couldn't make it. Then I was like, Friday, I was hearing word that certain stores, grocery stores, they didn't have any water. They was running low on supplies because everybody was stocking up just in case. So Friday, I get off of work. Me and my husband, we pick up my mother-in-law and we head to Kroger's. I was like, I can use my discount card and hopefully I can get some things, non-perishable things and, you know, stuff that we don't have to cook in case the lights go out. So we get to Kroger's and it is a madhouse. This Kroger is always busy, but it was like busy to the 10th power because people were trying to stock up and they were going to the bigger Kroger stores just in case the smaller stores didn't have anything. So we get there. My mind is, okay, we need to get water. I want to get some Star-Kissed tuna creations. I want to get crackers. I want to get chips. I want to get some, you know, some soda water as well. These are the things I want to get in case the lights go out and we need to survive on this for a few days. So I instantly go to the water aisle and there is no water. I'm talking about from the cheapest of the cheap water to the most expensive water. There was no water. So I'm trying to think in my head, how many bottles of water do we have at home that we can survive on? Can I buy a whole bunch of Kool-Aid pictures and just fill it up with the water from the refrigerator because it's filled with water and we can just use that for a few days? Like I can go ahead and do that once I get home and we'll be fine. So I was like, okay, I can't think of this right now. I need to go over there to the tuna aisle. Got several packages of Star-Kissed tuna creations. Went to the chip aisle. Chip aisle was just basically, they left everything. They only left the healthy snacks. I personally didn't want healthy snacks. I wanted my barbecue chips. I wanted my sour cream onion chips. I wanted some Tostitos scoops and some salsa. They didn't have any of that. So they did have like Kroger has 10 for 10. They had the little cups of Nutter Butters, Nilla wafers, and Goldfish crackers. Okay, I got 10 of those. It's 10 for 10. While I'm doing this, I'm helping other people go out. I'm getting peanut butter crackers, things like this. I even got some soda water while I was there. Then I hear water on aisle 2. This is what I hear, but it was water on aisle 22. I clear past aisle 22, try to find aisle 2. Finally, my husband runs up with a packet of water. I was like, okay, this should last us for a few days. Mind you, this is Friday. That evening, we went to his little cousin's birthday dinner. We're just talking about what's going to go on. What are our predictions? My husband's uncle says, okay, we're just going to get rain, and that's about it. My mind thinking, okay, a little rain. I can do with rain. That's what I thought. We did get that rain. We didn't get so much as the hurricane in here in Houston, but we got that rain. So Saturday comes. It was raining on Friday, mind you. Saturday, it's raining. I didn't leave the house because why? Didn't need to, didn't want to. 12:30 p.m. not p.m. 12:30 a.m. on Sunday. Just turned Sunday. Our TV goes off. I'm like, okay, I paid my bill. Why is the TV off? It's 12:30. I'm about to go to bed anyway. So, okay. Get up the next morning. Go over to my mother-in-law's house. Because I can't use my phone because my phone was out as well. And I can't see anything on the news because my TV is off. We can only watch cable, and if your cable goes out, you're watching DVDs or you're watching nothing. So she let me use the phone. Okay, Sunday comes, we go over there again, check on her, and my father-in-law, they're doing fine. They had a little damage. We hadn't got any damage yet. So I was like, okay, cool, go home. Monday. Now remember, I can't see what's on TV because my TV is out. And I haven't left the house since, like, left my neighborhood because my in-laws, they live, like, literally a 2-minute drive away. Like, they're around the corner. So, I hadn't left my neighborhood since Friday evening. Monday morning, still don't know what's going on in the rest of the city because I haven't left this little area that I'm in. Okay, I'm gonna go to work. So I thought. So I drive, and me and my husband about to turn the corner, and I look and I was like, oh my goodness, it's flooded down here. There's cars stuck on the road because it's flooded. Okay, we obviously cannot go forward. There's a building, there's like a strip mall right here. We're going to turn in there and see if we can go another way. That way was like, no ma'am, you're not going to work today. Okay, go to my mother-in-law's house, get a phone, call my job. I can't get to work because both ways to get to work is flooded right now. Can't get to work. Okay, sit over there for a minute. She lets me use one of her phones so I can call my mom. My mom's calling me hysterical right now, like, oh my goodness, are you guys all right? Have you seen the news? No, mom, I haven't seen the news because the TV's off. She said it's flooded everywhere. When I'm telling you it's flooded, it's flooded. The flood had got so much to where it was covering people's garage. Now, in the span of from Friday to Tuesday afternoon around 5, it was non-stop rain. We got enough rain in those 2 days that should have lasted a year. Now, I'm thinking, okay, how much longer is this rain going to go on? Because I have a levee, a bayou right behind my house. Some may call it a creek, some may call it a bayou. I have one directly behind my house. Like, it's my house, my backyard, and then the bayou. Down the street there is another bayou. So Monday we tried to get out, couldn't get out. Tuesday was like, okay, we need to find somewhere that is open to where we can get some supplies to last, because we don't know how much longer this rain is going to last. So me, my husband, and my mother-in-law, we're on a run. We're going on a food run, if you will, and we drive down my street, and this bayou is at street level. Like, the water is level with street. So I'm like, this does not look good. There's a tree uprooted from the ground because I don't know if it's water, was it wind, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, this looks scary. We finally get onto one of the main roads. We're driving, we're passing places where people are standing outside to get in because power has gone out and they're only letting in one person at a time so nobody steals. We go down looking for other places. Chick-fil-A is always busy, but Chick-fil-A had 3 lines with multiple people working there taking orders. I'm like, oh my goodness. I knew it was serious when they closed Walmart. Now, y'all know Walmart only closes on Christmas, and if they hadn't got backlash, they would have stayed open on Christmas. Walmart was closed. So I was like, okay, we can't find anywhere. Let's go to the Family Dollar. Family Dollar's right down the street from my house. Let's go there. We pull in, and there's a good maybe 15 people in line. Now, it's still raining at this time, mind you. So we're standing in the rain. I have my umbrella, and the gentleman who works there comes out and says, we're not taking any cash. We're only taking credit, debit, or EBT. Okay, yes, I have money on my card. So that's not a problem. I wasn't using cash anyways. He lets us know there is no water, there's no milk, eggs, bread, or crackers. Now, my plan is, okay, they don't have any crackers. That's one of the main things I wanted to come in here and get. So now I have to re-strategize. Yes, you have some I finally get into the store, and I can't find a cart. So I'm just using whatever at this time to make it into a cart. So I finally found one. Got some more Starkist tuna creations. I got a tube of barbecue Pringles. I'm getting more and more stuff. I'm like, okay, get some Jello's puddings. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much longer this is going to go on. So we finally get to the checkout, and the checkout line is from the beginning of the store to the very back of the store, because somebody decided during all this, we're going to break into every store that is on this street. Now, if you live in Houston, I'm talking about from Lockwood and Little York to at least, not Lockwood and Little York, but from Homestead in Little York to Tidwell in Little York. They went to every single store and robbed it. They broke into the Family Dollar that I was at. They broke into the bail bondsman's place. They broke into the pawn shop. They broke into the beauty supply store. They broke into Popeyes. They broke into Shipley's Donuts. They broke into the McDonald's. And they broke into another Family Dollar. Now, I'm like, we're breaking into places during the storm. Now, mind you, we're flooded at this time. Enough rain that lasts a year went for 5 days here in Houston, and it was bad because I didn't know any of this until I got into over my husband's grandpa's house. Finally, we was able to make way over there so we can see the news. They had cut it off. Let's backtrack a little bit. Sunday, I called my cable company wanting to know what's going on. It's like, okay, you don't have a connection, so we're going to send somebody out the following Sunday. I was like, okay, mind you, at this point, I didn't know how bad everything was. I was like, man, I'm going to miss Game of Thrones. I'm going to miss all my shows on Monday. I'm thinking like this because I don't know what's going on in the rest of the city. I don't know what's going on outside of my general area of living. Monday call. I'm like, okay, hopefully maybe somebody canceled and I can get somebody in early. And they let me know that they are not sending any trucks out because they have cut everybody off that live in Houston or that live in Texas to have Comcast Xfinity. I was like, okay. I'm steady calling. I call on Tuesday. It's just like, you may get somebody on the 6th if you're lucky, because some people, their outside cable jack is underwater. That's when I knew it was bad. I get over to my husband's grandpa's house on Tuesday, and this is when I see the magnitude of things. That water has risen up to where it's almost covering a garage. Now, I'm saying a garage is what, a good maybe 15-20 feet high, and we only have maybe 6 inches of garage that is covering. People are getting evacuated left and right. Some people want to stay, some people want to go. People in the neighborhood behind me got evacuated, but we had damage in our roof. Water was coming. We didn't flood, but our backyard had areas that where the water was just standing right there, and it was coming through our backyard. We had sheetrock that fell. My mother-in-law, her kitchen and like den area fell. My husband's grandpa, he had sheetrock fall in his house. It was like you don't know what's going on. Since I didn't know what was going on until I saw the news, I didn't know the devastation that was happening. Like they said, this was worse than Katrina, and I remember when Hurricane Katrina hit, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, that is like the worst thing I had ever seen in my entire life. And now I'm living through Hurricane Harvey, and now they're talking about Irma. She is picking up wind in the ocean, and she could be worse than Harvey. I'm like, Houston and the general Texas, we cannot go through another storm like this. Like, it was terrifying once I saw everything, because it, like I said, I didn't have a TV, so I didn't know what's going on. My uncle is in Indiana watching the news, about to have a heart attack, calling my mom every 2 hours saying I need to get on a plane. Well, baby, planes wasn't taking off and they wasn't landing. Both airports, Houston and Harvey Airport, was closed. I'm not getting on no Greyhound. I'm not spending 3 days on a bus just to get somewhere, only to once I get there, the storm is over. Nope, me and my husband stayed in the house. He tried to go to work, and the storm was like, nope, you were staying at home. You were not leaving. You will not pass go and collect your $200. By my job, it had flooded. So if I hadn't made it out of my neighborhood, I still wouldn't be able to get my job. On the highways, there's like so much traffic, and people were thinking, well, how come people didn't evacuate? Well, one, Houston is a huge city. So let's say if people start evacuating, now we have everybody that's on the highway, and that's even worse damage, because we have people stuck on the highway, no gas, because everybody decided to evacuate all at once. Last hurricane they had, I think it was Hurricane Allison, 2001, I believe. It took my husband's cousin 8 hours. 8 hours to go 30 minutes. A 30-minute drive took 8 hours to get there. And I know people, we've been praying, but y'all continue to pray for Houston. But pray for Texas, because Texas got hit with one major storm. And I was like debating whether I wanted to do this, because I like so many people are doing their story. But I wanted to tell my story, because it was like, I didn't know until I saw on the news what was going on, because I was in my little bubble of a neighborhood. But now they're telling on the news, Mayor Sylvester Turner said, if you get caught out here looting during this storm, you are going to be sentenced to, the minimum is 5 years and the max is 5. We're going 5 years to life. So the people out there, if you think it's okay, cool, they're out here just robbing all these stores up down Homestead, from at least Little York to Tidwell, and you think that's cute, it's not, because we got what? Little York, then it's Langley, then it's another street, then it's Parker, then like 2 other streets, then Tidwell. We got like 6 blocks where people were just going in there and robbing places during a storm. I don't know how they able to get out during flooded to do all that, but they sure was out there doing it. So y'all continue to pray for Texas and the destruction that went on. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.